All right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Power, and I've got a couple of interesting stories for you guys today. The first story that I have for you guys today is strict curl related, and it's also related to my favorite bodybuilder, Lee Priest. So I was talking to Lee earlier today, and he ended up sending me a video of him performing his best strict curl. He looks like he's got a full 5 kgs on each side of the bar. Very impressive strict curl from Lee Priest. Let me go ahead and play that full video for you guys right here.
Later today. Almost all Victoria's second wave of coronavirus came from returned travellers in hotel quarantine and genome testing. The investigation by the doctors, the producers confirmed 99% of cases came from 2 hotels, the Ridges on Swanson and Stanford Plaza. The inquiry says that hotel guests were told masks and protective equipment was not necessary, provided they maintain a safe distance.
So all jokes aside, Lee was clearly trolling in that video. That obviously wasn't his max strict curl. But we were talking, and I asked him, you know, one of the legends, I guess you could call it, that I've heard about Lee, I've seen this on different bodybuilding forums, and I've seen different people talk about it over the years, is that Lee Priest once curled 315 for reps. So I actually did ask Lee about that when we were talking, and he said, yes, it's true. He said there's pictures of it somewhere, but there's no video of it. But he said he did curl 315 for 4. He said Eddie Giuliani and Joe Gold, they witnessed him get the 4 reps. And he said that a guy by the name of Steve Strong, who used to design the World Gym tank tops, has pictures of this 315 for reps somewhere. So you guys are good at finding stuff like this. If you guys can find the pictures somewhere of Lee Priest curling that 315, find them and send them to me, and I'll do a video on it. Lee says he doesn't have them. He doesn't know where they would be. But if you guys can find them somewhere, get them to me. We'll do a whole video about it. And again, even though Lee was just trolling with this video, look at the side profile of Lee's arms. This dude, he's still the king of biceps, man. Look at the thickness of his arm from the side. I want to see Lee Priest make a comeback, or at least do a serious 1 rep max on the strict curl. And I saw a lot of you guys comment my last video saying that you would like to see Lee be a co-host if I do some Olympia commentary during the Olympia. I actually love that idea. So if you guys like that idea, I'll talk to Lee about it. We could do something like that. So let me know in the comment section below, or just give this video a thumbs up if you would like to see Nick Strength and Power and Lee Priest commentate the Olympia. I could be more of the serious commentator, and Lee could be the color commentator. Lee's entertaining. I'm more straightforward and just news monotone, people call me. I love when people call me that. We can call it the monotone million when I hit 1 million subscribers. Now, next up in the news, Hunter Labrada officially confirms that he will be doing the Olympia this year. Obviously, he qualified for the Olympia by winning the Tampa Pro just about a week ago, and he posted a series of progress pictures at 18 weeks out from the Olympia, which is coming up here in December. And of course, he's looking phenomenal. It's really no secret what Hunter looks like. I mean, we just saw him on stage, so he's not going to look that different. So we could say, what does Hunter really need to improve upon between now and the Olympia? And the main thing I would say, it's kind of easier said than done, but conditioning. He was in very good shape at the Tampa Pro. His conditioning was very good at the Tampa Pro. But the Olympia, you just need a whole different level of conditioning. I think for a physique like Hunter's, he's already got the size. He's already got the graininess. He's already got that serious density to the muscle on his physique. And really, the only thing that he could screw up, I guess that's a better way of putting it, the only way that I could see him doing poorly at the Olympia is if he misses the mark on conditioning. If he nails conditioning, I still stand by my statement that he could be top 6, which would be interesting considering the fact that there's a strong possibility this year you might have like 10 guys in the lineup total. So everybody could be top 10, but that's a whole different topic for a whole different video. But to me, I'll keep it real. Hunter has, to me, he's got the structure to hang with these top pros. He's got the shape to hang with these top pros. He's got the V-taper, the midsection, and the size to hang with these top pros. So the only thing that could screw up his Olympia showing is conditioning. So I feel like he just needs to nail that Even more so than Tampa. Better conditioning than Tampa, I think, would be what he should be shooting for. You tell me where Hunter is lacking in his physique, specifically compared to any of the top pros today. It's not legs. Arguably, he's got better legs than your current Mr. Olympia. Your current Mr. Olympia, Brandon Curry's got some pretty crazy arms. Hunter Labrada's got some pretty crazy arms. He might be, well, in this picture, he's 260, he says. He's heavier than Brandon. And he's proven that he can go toe-to-toe. I mean, keep in mind, Tampa Pro was his pro debut, and at the Tampa Pro, he proved one very important thing, and that is he can look crazy in these pictures, but you're nothing until you step on stage against other pros. He proved that when he stepped on stage against other pros, he can beat them, and he can beat a lot of them, and you could argue that he destroyed that lineup. A lot of those guys he was miles ahead of. So he proved that he is pro caliber and can go toe-to-toe after turning pro with other pros. So the only thing he has left to prove is on the Olympia stage next to the best of the best. And I wish Hunter the best of luck in doing that. And speaking of the best, you've got to talk about Brandon Curry. And Brandon Curry had a fantastic post on his Instagram. I believe this posing video is not recent. I believe it's from last year. If it is recent, then everybody in that lineup should be terrified because he looks absolutely insane. But I believe it's from last year. And he says in this post, "Victory. It took me over a decade to climb to the top of the mountain. Let me tell you what, getting to the top wasn't easy. My victory wasn't just in the moment that they called my name or even just on the night that competing to become number 15. It wasn't in who I had to beat on stage, but in what I had to overcome off of it. It was the long road, my journey. My victory was in never giving up, and even when I placed dead last year after year, there was a point in time where I needed to evaluate what I was doing with my life because I had a family to provide for with 4 mouths to feed, plus my wife. I thank God for my wife pushing me out the door, telling me to give it my best shot and believe in the purpose behind it all. I had to believe in the process and eliminate all distractions, eliminate all negative factors. I hope that maybe my story can someday impact someone in a way that gives them a never give up mindset for their own personal journey and whatever it is that they're pursuing. Step out of your comfort zone. Don't listen to anyone that tries to predict the future of your life or career and tell them that you're not worthy or capable of accomplishing something. Realize they have no clue what they're talking about. They don't have that kind of power over you or anything at all unless you decide to believe them. Don't focus on proving them wrong. Focus on proving yourself right because you're doing it for you, not them." And I think this is a great piece of advice, and I think there's nobody better that it could come from than Brandon Curry. Brandon Curry was able to transform his physique in a positive way, more so than arguably any bodybuilder in recent memory. The way that he turned his physique around and turned his placings around over the past 2, 3, 4 years is one of the most impressive things I can remember since the time that I became a bodybuilding fan. So the never give up mentality comes across extremely well from a guy like Brandon Curry. And I've even said this, and people didn't believe me. I said, Brandon can beat Phil. If Phil is off, Brandon can beat him. I've said, don't write off Brandon Curry and automatically give Phil the victory. Brandon can beat Phil. Phil is not unbeatable. He has shown a chink in his armor. He has shown he can come in off. He has shown his midsection can be bad enough that he could lose the Olympia. Brandon can beat him. So do not count Brandon out. Just look at him in this video. It's a perfect example. Look at that physique. That is a Mr. Olympia winning physique. Now, next up in the news, Sergio Oliva Jr. looking absolutely insane in this recent training video. And I commented on this post and I asked him if he's planning on competing before the end of the year. And he did respond, and he said he's planning on the Olympia, or he said hopefully the Olympia. Now, to me, I would think he's probably going to have to compete again before the year is up, before the Olympia, if he wants to qualify for the Olympia, because right now, on points, he's not qualified for the Olympia. Even though he had that fantastic placing at the Arnold Classic, the point standings still is what the point standings is. I believe right now, let me look, he is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th in the point standings, and only the top 3 go. I could see him doing a show like maybe New York or maybe Chicago. He's won both of those shows, I believe. Yeah, he won Chicago. I could see him jumping in either of those shows based on the way he's looking in this video, he looks like he could be contest ready in 2 weeks for the New York Pro, or in 9 weeks for Chicago. And speaking of guys getting ready for shows, you've got Patrick Moore looking pretty dangerous. I'm pretty sure that we're going to see Patrick wait until the Cali Pro. I think he's going to skip the New York Pro. Based on his caption, he's talking about 19 days, and 19 days would put him at the Cali Pro and not the New York Pro, because the New York Pro, I believe right now we're right around 2 weeks out because it's the first week of September. So I don't think he's going to do the New York Pro. I think he's waiting for Cali. And I think Cali, he's going to pick up that win. I think in all likelihood, you're going to see Patrick pick up the Cali win and go straight to the Olympia. And we're going to get to see him again on the Olympia stage for the second year in a row. So that's going to wrap it up for the video today, guys. I hope you did, in fact, enjoy it. Please give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Please subscribe to this channel if you have not subscribed yet already. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And as always, Nick Strength and Power, signing out.
Later today. Almost all Victoria's second wave of coronavirus came from returned travellers in hotel quarantine and home testing. An investigation by the doctors producers confirmed 99% of cases came from 2 hotels, the Ridges on Swanson and Stanford Plaza. The inquiry says that hotel guests were told masks and other protective equipment was not necessary, provided they maintain a safe distance from travellers. The federal